All right, welcome to the third review of the evening. Up this time is Traxion Squared. Welcome to Traxion Squared. Again, you take the role of a daring starship pilot, embarking on a series of breakneck missions into the caves of a dangerous alien planet. This time around, you can join forces with a second player, or challenge each other in a deadly deathmatch mode. So, first off, this game has had is okay. It's the second Traxion game, yet it got released after the third one entered early access. That is the
That's weird.
previously covered Traxion 3000, which had a release date of March 31st, 2025. This has a release date of June 2nd, 2025. Yeah, they released
But that
this
was an
like
early access release.
Traxion 3000, yes.
Okay.
Traxion 2, this is 1.0. So maybe that's the difference. It's also worth noting that the big feature that was highlighted in 3000 was the 4-player multiplayer. And much like that game, we only got one code, so we could not try the multiplayer there. And I once again implore developers and publishers who have multiplayer components, if you want them tried out, you send us multiple codes.
Well, does it have online multiplayer, or is it expecting local?
Local, I believe. But remote play for together, that kind of that kind of thing. I'm just saying, if they want us to review the multiplayer section, because otherwise we're not going to do that. Anyway, and in a change from the previous Traxion reviews, I'm not covering this. Because I'm willing to bet that it's not all that different from the other Traxion games I've had to cover for this program. So over to Golux.
There are games where your goal is to find the objects and bring them back to the central base that aren't Traxion games, right?
Yes.
Okay, because this is that kind of game. Okay, so Petty, you are too close to that to pick it up. You need to be at the distance.
Yeah,
of
I've
the
already
lead.
fixed it. Yeah.
Okay. Just for fun, next time you find one, jam it into a corner and then try to fly towards it.
I don't think I want to.
No, seriously, try this. It's okay. I have a lot of issues with this game. For starters, it doesn't have a windowed mode naturally. I had to Alt-Enter to get into a windowed mode, and then the aspect ratio was screwed up. So when I went into the question mark menu, which is not an options menu, but I was hoping it would, the control mapping thing that it brought up was cut off on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, for the controls, you use the left stick to angle your ship. It moves. I kept feeling like it was supposed to be tank controls, but it isn't. You have to point in the direction you want to go, and then you turn to that direction, but kind of slowly. Right trigger to accelerate or decelerate. Well, no, to accelerate. Then the face button north, to drop the thing that you've picked up. Face button east to shoot if you have a gun, which you usually don't, and face button south to where's your HUD?
Oh, it's slightly cut off.
Okay. Yeah, and face button south to use items which kind of take up the edge on your screen, and the only way to know what they do is to go into the question mark menu, because some of them are things like remove poison or nullify electric shock.
All right, that's fixed.
Which are kind of obscure. Yeah. So yeah, the shape of the yeah, Pettyfan has it in ultra wide because he's ultra wide. So for him, the controls weren't cut off, but and even when I had it windowed, I couldn't do the thing. Second, you have a tether by which you pull the things around. It looks like it's an energy rope thing, but it is rigid. Meaning, if you jam it into a thing, it it sticks, and you can't pick the thing up if you're too close to it.
Mm-hmm.
Also, there are things that you use the gun for, like hitting the power plant that shuts down the electric gates and stuff. But your shooting power-ups last 30 seconds or a very small number of shots. So if you're not good at it, you're gonna run out of power up and have to go back. Or sometimes I think one of the items you can use is teleport you back to the base if you get stuck. But it took me a while to figure that out. That's what the swirly one on the top of the right items is. You choose those by cycling between the with the left and right on the D-pad. Yeah, there's one that heals, 2 that remove status conditions, 1 that drops a mine that can actually permanently destroy things, unlike most of the shots that you get. And yeah, you pick up the crystals and bring the things back to the ship, back to the base, and you get scored on points and time, and that is about all there is to it. The lack of options menu continues to... The only options control there is sound on or off, and the sound on or off only applies to the background music, not the sound effects. Whereas I think it's kind of standard these days to literally have separate volume meters for background music and sound effects.
Mm-hmm.
I'd almost expect this to have been a mobile game, except for I don't think the controls would work that well that way. I guess maybe if it's supposed to just fly towards where you tap. But I don't know. Yeah, I did not get very far in this because I was just really struggling with it, and it was doing a lot of things. Like, I don't know, we were having a bit of discussion in pre-show about where your hand rests on a Xbox or Switch or PlayStation controller. And for me, I usually have my thumb on 2 face buttons at once, either bottom and either south and west or north and east. Preferentially south and west. And west does absolutely nothing in this game. Petty is doing a lot better than I am at like hitting things and then moving. Oh, also, whenever you bump something even slightly, you drop the thing you're carrying if you're carrying something, which is bad.
Oh, that's messed up.
What?
The hitbox for the like little laser beams there is there before the actual thing spawns.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I had
bad.
a feeling it was a little bit janky, at least. Yeah. So yeah, I got to the 3rd stage and then was like, you know what? I don't feel like playing this anymore.
Yeah.
The music, the art style for the characters and the presentation of the text whenever they present text is very like cereal box.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a complete lack of style, but it's not very stylish.
Right.
So I was not thrilled with that either, honestly. Honestly, the rigidity of the towing thing is still hard for me to get around.
Yeah.
Because it's manifestly not a physical object. It only exists when you get within that range. I appreciate that it doesn't, like, swing around and get tangled on things. But it makes it, when you drop the thing, which you will do, it's hard, it can be hard to pick it back up because you have to get, like, a fairly specific range from it.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it took me a while to figure out how the recharge point works, which it's talking about your life. There is no, like, separate fuel meter.
Yeah.
And yeah, the steering also felt, it's functional, but it's unusual.
Yeah. Like they did in the other ones, so that's kind of how I figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
You're basically just like hovering above it.
Yeah. So yeah. I did not have a very good time with this. It's not like non-functional, but it's kind of janky.
Yeah. I mean, the
it could
hitbox
really
spawning before the visual indicator for the barriers over here is very bad.
Mm-hmm. Also, I don't know if there's any point to the missions being timed. I don't know if you get more. I think you get slightly more score for that, and there is a leaderboard, it seemed like, but that's about it. So yeah, yeah, I never actually made it through this way safely. I just went back around the other way. Because I had to try the first stage like 4 times.
Also, if you accidentally hit back to menu, you don't get progress.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's like, that should have been fixed in like the first round of QA.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this game, the lack of an options menu and some of the basic stuff are just, I found them very unpleasant, frankly, to play.
Mm-hmm.
Even though the aesthetics and concept are reasonable.
Yeah, like the model for the ship is very nice. Even like the regular artwork is serviceable.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't give it, visual of the year, but
Mm-hmm.
it's definitely rather, I guess, above average.
Mm-hmm. I think when you get a weapon, you should have either a shots or a time limitation, and whichever it is, the amount you have left should be visible.
Right.
I'm leaning towards shots.
Right.
If only because then you can take more time to aim if you need to.
Right.
I don't know if this would be better with just asteroids tank controls or not. Probably not. The pointing thing is fine.
They could give you like.
Oh yeah, they could give you an option of different control methods if they gave you options.
Yeah.
We could put that on the options menu.
Because this is definitely something that could probably be interestingly played with like a rotary dial. I know that's not some standard equipment, but some people with gaming mice, they can have like a rotary dial on the mouse or on the keyboard. So it's not impossible to have, but it's something that you can have.
So yeah, Adam, how much are they charging for this?
Let's see. So they are charging $7, $6.99 USD, which puts it in between Traxions. As in,
I suppose
Traxion,
that makes sense.
Yeah. So, is this game worth $7?
How many levels are there? It's
Uh,
like 20 something, right?
this first page I have has 13. I don't know if you get another page after you complete those 13.
Yeah, I'm gonna say honestly, probably not. Unless there's a lot more to it, and even then, I don't. I think this game needs another pass.
Like, there's just like some fit and finish with this one to make it serviceable. Like the concept isn't awful. It's just there's some execution things that need to be tightened up.
Yeah. And well, we know there's already a sequel, and you can already go back and listen to what Adam thought about that on a early access basis.
Yep. I would. Spoiler alert: I wasn't too impressed with that or the first one. So, as far as I know, this is the last Traxion game. But who knows when Traxion 4D will be coming into existence?
Oh no, yeah, 4D would be. I was gonna say they've used a different format for the sequel for each one.
Yeah. Point is, until then, we're done with this franchise. So be sure to tune in after the break as we review Master Reboot.